The year is 2025. The world watches as India, a nation long scarred by the wounds of terrorism, takes a decisive stand against those who seek to sow fear and discord within its borders. Operation Sindoor, a meticulously planned and executed military operation, stands as a testament to India's unwavering commitment to safeguarding its sovereignty and protecting its citizens. This operation, launched in swift retaliation to a horrific terrorist attack in Pahalgam, signifies India's resolute message that acts of terror will not go unanswered. The operation, shrouded in secrecy until its successful completion, sent shockwaves across the region and beyond. It marked a significant escalation in India's counter-terrorism strategy, demonstrating its willingness to take the fight to the enemy's doorstep. The world held its breath as details of the operation unfolded, revealing the precision and might of the Indian armed forces. The serene beauty of Pahalgam, a picturesque town nestled in the Himalayas, was shattered by a heinous act of terrorism. On date of Pahalgam attack, a cowardly attack targeting innocent civilians ripped through the heart of the town, leaving behind a trail of death and devastation. The attack, orchestrated by terrorists operating from across the border, claimed the lives of 25 Indians and 1 Nepali citizen, casting a pall of grief over the nation. The victims, men, women, and children, were simply going about their daily lives when their world was torn apart. The attack sent shockwaves throughout India, evoking memories of past atrocities and igniting a collective sense of anger and grief. The nation mourned the loss of its innocent citizens, their voices silenced by the cold hand of terror. In the wake of the Pahalgam attack, India vowed a swift and decisive response. Operation Sindoor, named after the vibrant red powder symbolizing courage and sacrifice, was India's answer to this act of terror. The operation, planned and executed with utmost precision, targeted key terrorist infrastructure across the line of control in Pakistan and Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Operation Sindoor was not an act of aggression, but a measured and calculated response to an act of war. The operation was conducted from Indian airspace, demonstrating India's technological prowess and its ability to strike deep within enemy territory without violating international borders. This strategic approach aimed to minimize collateral damage and send a clear message that India would not hesitate to defend its interests. Operation Sindoor targeted 9 carefully selected sites known to harbor terrorist infrastructure and training camps. Among the targets were Bahawalpur, a city in Pakistan's Punjab province known for its links to terrorist organizations; Kotli, a town in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir with a significant terrorist presence; and Muzaffarabad, the capital of Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, where terrorist leaders were believed to be hiding. These targets were chosen based on credible intelligence inputs and meticulous surveillance, ensuring that the operation would inflict maximum damage on terrorist networks while minimizing risks to civilian lives. The strikes were carried out with pinpoint accuracy, utilizing a combination of advanced weaponry and skilled manpower. Section 5. The aftermath in Pakistan. Casualties and destruction. The aftermath of Operation Sindoor was felt across the border in Pakistan. Reports emerged of significant casualties and damage in the targeted areas. In Ahmedpur Shakia, a town near Bahawalpur, at least 3 civilians, including a child, were reported killed and 12 others were injured. A family, including a child, was trapped under the rubble of a building destroyed in the strikes. Muzaffarabad, the capital of Poki, was plunged into darkness as multiple loud explosions rocked the city, causing widespread power outages. The strikes sent shockwaves through the region, shattering the illusion of normalcy that had prevailed in these terrorist havens. Section 6. India's resolve. Official statements and justifications. Following the successful completion of Operation Sindoor, the Indian government issued a statement affirming its commitment to combating terrorism in all its forms. The operation, described as focused, measured, and non-escalatory, was justified as a necessary response to the Pahalgam attack and a preemptive measure to prevent future acts of terror. The Indian Army, in a brief but powerful message posted on X, formerly Twitter, declared, "Justice is served. Jai Hind." Defense Minister Rajnath Singh, in a separate post, echoed the sentiment, proclaiming Bharat Mata Ki Jai. These statements reflected the mood of the nation, a mix of grief for the victims of Pahalgam and steely resolve to combat terrorism. Section 7. Pakistan's outrage, denial and threats of retaliation. Pakistan, caught off guard by the audacity and precision of Operation Sindoor, initially resorted to denial, downplaying the extent of the damage and claiming that the strikes had targeted civilian areas. However, as evidence of the strikes and their impact mounted, Pakistan's tone shifted to one of outrage and threats of retaliation. Pakistan's military spokesperson, in a statement issued shortly after the strikes, confirmed the attack and vowed a befitting response. Former Pakistani Foreign Secretary Jalil Abbas Gilani condemned the strikes, calling them a blatant act of aggression and warning of serious consequences. Section 8. Global reactions and domestic ramifications. Operation Sindoor sent ripples across the international community, drawing mixed reactions from world leaders. While some nations expressed understanding for India's position and condemned the Pahalgam attack, others urged restraint and called for de-escalation. Within India, the operation was met with a mix of apprehension and support. While some expressed concerns about potential escalation and the impact on regional stability, others lauded the government's decisive action and expressed a sense of relief that justice had been served. Section 9. A timeline of truth information dissemination. The Indian government, in a departure from its usual practice of maintaining secrecy surrounding military operations, chose to release information about Operation Sindoor to the public shortly after the strikes. The Indian Army's ex-post announcing the successful completion of the operation was time-stamped at 1:51 a.m., followed by a detailed press release from the Press Information Bureau at 1:44 a.m. This timely and transparent approach to information dissemination was seen as a sign of India's confidence in its actions and its willingness to hold those responsible for the Pahalgam attack accountable. It also served to deter further acts of aggression by sending a clear message that India would not hesitate to defend its interests.